wache ama makwaba ediba XTV eso abo nonsia emraso sensem bia ekoso ewo yeman moni amahudo so nsem aboabo ne nyina no sei anopa nonsia kase amede ebro ene yawe ene eye obene bosom ne dato so miensa ewo afempimie ne adunumienu no emu ensem ahodo amede ebro ena no pei edo so yankasa ne dimakoten bia wo bete ene sei Kwesi Pratt Junior edi nsem bia ba beto dwade wo kenyina ene sei Ghana yesi kasem no enya dia ekoyie krokwa wo kyerem sei atitia pansam kra ma enne kra sei yenye hoho ne yesi yenye timpoma na ye niska yadi beye sati no na ewo nsem monso no wo bete se eye wo pani ba konso di nsem bia ba beto dwa de wo kenyina ene sei NDC amanyukuo no nsem a wo mukra ye edi koma Commonwealth no wo kyerem a sebi nyansa biara ennim nsem bi ka we hu na mede brew se anopa nonsia kase abrame Obaapa Mavis Akosua Atteh medical say ebrewo ma metwa me hom na mefa kaseboi emu cheche mankasa emfama wakwaba ediba XTV anopa nonsia kase so kase boy efrin kramponi mantemo pokwasi festos adum plaza building ni mo ene ye hye ukopie mu awa be fotinta kase no so na wo Facebook dia eye XTV GH sanso ukopie mu YouTube dia eye XTV Ghana mi amedi kase ebrewo eye Obaapa Mavis Akosua Atteh ejibre na mefa kase boy emu cheche mankasa emfamma na edsembo edikan no wopani awo no ukopie mu ewo insight the broadcaster no emua wo chief editor ewom ne dindi Kwesi Pratt Junior wo de nsembia ba beto dwade wo kan NSA Ghana yesika sem no atitia pansam a ye de yehwea enye ye bio wo kyeremu sem sina ye kan se ye economy no enye na ye mu bi ye de ye se eya agragro no wo kan ti supim ese economy no enye yesi kasem no eni ho sika no ebi ni ho kra nti se ne dey pa se wonye ohoho bi no ohoho ne se oh mi pe bie baako mi pe Guinness baako pa se obenye sika e de akwakoto e de ama no wanhwe ya aju ko pebusia e wo obi nchem na woto aso ekiremo se mumma men kan kiremo se na bia Kwesi de wia Ghana edi na awode Ghana edi na awode se dia eya mampanifo nyina dodo na etimi ebesra ye beka ye ho ma le di chef akase no na enomo na Kwesi Pratt Junior kase Kwesi de na se ko bane se Togo president na Togo mampani kan se oh mame ko kan Ghana fo ho na o awoda wo mu edie meni wo mu bom endi na se mampani ba no so anopa tututu me peti bia no ma wo si ya nhwe ya age ye ko pebusia ewo bi nchen ansa na mpoti keke yetimi atwa ediama Togo mampani no wo kyeremu se enya agrokra na wodie enti se na nsam ne ko na ye koba ye twi na basane sre we ka se na we ka se no wo kyeremu se eya no kro sikasem no atitia pansam ye de yehwi kra na enye ye enti se de oman no emu aye de yankasa sika ye de betweti e de ama hohompo age ye kopabusia ye nkone ye kohwe se na wo kyerekye ne nsem emu
ya kasis kasem ne nkoyia ya na ye nhyeda ntiase ye o me statistics are metadi adwuma ye IFS almost statistics IFS asema no mu ka kire nse 128% of total national revenue yadi enuma mienu pe public sector emoluments editua aban eduma efoka na ne beka no so ediatua eka nsihu ewo eka no ho Maza, this is the state of the economy. What can be worse than this? This is the state of the economy. a chances a bit you abide my 4 kakra. Yam Bob Busia and Kakrana, you want to want you. That is what this statement means. Master Dano make a Muslim say, so man penny, as someone see, one who say, or Flagstaff House. As someone see, a heifer, Nima. That's a of man penny, Flagstaff House called Nima. Yam Bob was a interpret 128% of your total national revenue is suspended on 2 line items: public sector emoluments and debt services. Niaka wa here would the quarter petrol good. Niaka wa here would the top petrol good. Oh, yenya enumdie phobia umfia man on your best right. Heads of state in Obiba. That's what saying the corn do beer. The corn do beer. 1 bottle of beer better man this about
because it's not that simple.
Beer, 1 bottle of beer. So when you say a complicated one, you are spending 128% of it. It doesn't even give us an idea of the problem. And then you can say Togo, a foreign Nasimbe president. Obesra Nana Akufo-Addo no so say ne kon ado tia be ya man no the busia na ekoya man. That is the reality. That is the truth. Obana so say ne kon ado kunkunte kwaji e bobusia. Me assembly of Mampanin Kufo kan ya me did 2 metrim from 1999 to 2000 and free metrim muda. As is our GDP ni ade ni na no yembongu o Mampanin Kufo ne kan yo me so say mu na mu kai. Ose oman ni sikasam no ene wo bottom so wo bottom ye dia ene na ye so utumi koba dia ene ye so utumi to aduane mo wo yire ne madi utumi tua ka kotua ye kwa utumi kobia na te so oman ni sikasam ni ko da ni enja sa GDP sam na de sasam we make me kind of publicly pa ni breso pa 1986 obekaya 1986 and I Madam Fu, me comrade Dr. Akosua the budget, Ministry of Information Conference Center. Now me call and say GDP near 86 oh. This GDP near in our Tugu. It doesn't paint the real picture. And that this is the real picture. The real picture is that people are suffering and so on. Me carry no me call that prison 6 months. A while na mjina. A while na President Kufuor jina. A while na Miss Vijina. That is the state of the economy. And then I can say, within the last 5 years, ebro, corn, maize. The price of maize has quadrupled. That's a bohun and can't say open 9 price of maize. And then I can say, over the last 3, 4, 5 years, Dokuno and Krandokuno ya yedi. A huri every 1 cedi. A kodu 3 cedis per ball. 3 cedis per ball. And you banana make a GDP some how can say. GDP some no can say. Akotia akosra. Akotia akosra. And a Dokuno huri from 1 cedi to 3 cedis. Let's restructure the national economy. Yedi agrokwa. Then cutting media opening a shame bufu chen bibiara opening with the misreka. Na shame bufu chen bibiara and say, young cutting or say hey, IMF, World Bank. Why then IMF ni World Bank? E we see her Fitri Adam ni Eva Breso besinde. O my being the way we see her. Wako World Bank ako IMF a. Ni sika sema ko yamano. Boba akudi intreme. There is none. It is our IMF, World Bank in Adino. Sabio, Tafrache, and Yadun. None sabem pa na womb.
Pa wote nenka eho no e wo screen so se sia e Kwesi Pratt Junior okopie mu e wo insight the obokata ne mu dia wono ene ye chief editor woda ano na meto nsem no so na memfa nkopie mu e wo nsem foforo mo eda no dwada na NDC chinyama nyuko no wo mo friend centrefo ihye na centrefo hye mu na se na wo mo di nsem bi e de ato centrefo eni wo mo echemu se wo mo aye hyehyɛ tam krata e de kwa akoma eye Commonwealth se nama bi ekoso a womobu enje so na ye nyina ye nim se Commonwealth states no ye nso ye ka ho bi enti womo ewo nhihye a womo di eye adwuma womo ehwe se amamuo papa bekoso na emranso bekoso ewo amanya womo hye omase ni nyina emu eno nti ndis amanyoko no echirem se na adodan kwakufo adoni NPP aban ebetena bedwa kase yi mu no eya ade a womo ejojo womo ankasa womo tietie omofa ahodie papa so wo chirem se ni titru pa womo NDC fo no womo tietie omofa ahodie so na wo ye sentreni nso na ye wadwen se de aban ne ya enye no wo beka ho asem de ende wonhwe ya prison ena obekwa koda wakoda honum sampo ansana yetimi afre wa asem womo echirem se sanne meyi a ekoso no womo bu enje so krokrokrokro womo bu enje so na de ahye womo etwa womo sonom kra ene se oman eye womo a womo ehwe nsem ewo man Ghana mu aloyafo ne judges fo no court ahoduo no wosi eya de a NPP amanyuko no ehye womo asem enti se wonnim na wo ye NDC ni na wo ko ba asem na de wasem ekopie mu edi masa nkrofo yi a senya womo betwa gwafa no senya suban ena apesu kwan we a wo de befa so no enye kwanketwa womo echom se enye nti se no aban no abone homodin ena court no ena wodi jojo edi tietia Ghana fo bi efa hodie so tituru pa womo NDC amanyoko no diotro krata ne diokasa de kire eye nsentwerefo eye twerofo edima NDC amanyoko no Johnson esedu nketia adodo na efre no General Mosquito yenkone koti tina wo cheche ne nsem emu.
And so apart from this, there's a case of Dr. Kisel Atoforsen, who has been very persistent in calling government to account for financial malfeasance and making sure that if government does not account for its stewardship, then it will be difficult for the nation to contribute further resources by way of taxation to that government that has declared itself unaccountable to the citizens. From nowhere, charges have been trumped up and put on this honorable member and is now, before the courts. If you take the case of media practitioners, Commonwealth believes in right to information, freedom of the media, and so on. Now, all the indications about media practice in Ghana is that media is being harassed and clamped down. You have a situation where in one soup, more than 100 radio stations were closed down selectively because it is the belief that these radio stations were not singing the praises of government. So having stated this, the particulars of our appeal is this, that the actions of the government of Ghana create conditions that threaten Ghana's political stability and further erode our democratic values. It is very unfortunate that after riding on the high horse and banner of a human rights activist, President Nana Dankwa Akosua has become a democratic despot who brooks no opposition. The petitioner believes that in line with the objectives of the Commonwealth of Nations and the Harare Declaration, it is appropriate that we address this petition to this honorable body. The persecutions, threats, and killings of supporters of members of NDC violate the values and objectives of the Commonwealth and will create conditions that will threaten and jeopardize the peace and security of Ghana. We humbly request that the Commonwealth of Nations, through your good offices, to 1. Closely follow the political and human rights situation in Ghana, since the promotion and protection of human rights, democracy, and fundamental freedoms is a core value of the Commonwealth. 2. Send a team to investigate the matters raised in particular, and send a team of lawyers, judges, and legal experts to assess the adequacy and quality of the justice being administered to members of the NDC who are facing.
Wakasa sesia ohuni ya eye trotropho edima eye chinye amanyuko no Johnson na siedun ketia me to akasie no so e na memfa wonko ensem fufrumo na sa wo mu nsem yiamu e na wo pani a wo no e na ye pani pa woda STC ano ni dindi nana akomia wo de nsem bia ba betu dwade wo kenyina ene se sa krata we ya NDC amanyuko no atam e de ko emrofo man so se wo mo ene be ye hwehwemu emfa ma ekoso a wo mo so se aban we etieti wo mo fa hodie so no wo chum se sebi nyansan bi enim anyansan baako po enim esan se wo dwunu ho a wonte asidenti a NDC amanyuko na dwogira wo mano a wo no ene churchrofo Johnson ese no nketia wetimi afren centrofo hyiemu e de sansemi e de ato yenim ese dia wo mo yeni wo chum se nyansan ketekete sempo ebi enim wo to ane nsem no so kire mu se abra NDC amanyuko no wo mo wo aban mu no wo ma ende uyeti le yade wo kokot uye hwi le yade wo ohun nsin kra le yade wo kokot na afi no sa court ya ene dey na muba opposition na sa court ya musumu ye bibi na yade mu kwa afi de musi court ne enye court no afi de nipa bonifo enegu court na wasi de amudi ye wo mu no eno ebia na wo so wo mudi ye wo mo wo kyem se abra edi samanyuko no ewo aban mu no wo mu eka ne osoafo no ena hwe sikasem so wo mu tam no ede kopie mu ewo court ede na obi kan ye obi entimi aka hwe wo mu bom ho modi no pese wo de fa so bia wo mu de no efa so enti so wo mu NPP fo nso aba aban mu no mu ehunu se nyema bi enkoyie na wo mu se court nkohwe mu ma wo mu a adenti na NDC fo mu bubom mu ye dede wo kyem se dia mu ye nyansa ketekimpo enim
enti insem no po mo kan amit se o ya NDC ni ache se emra eni odi ada yese KZL atu force yese code na dey abono no because NDC force levy ana se abo code o ya MP na abo code ntumi nko parliament kwame o ya MP
Ultimate
ya do kokot ntumi nko parliament nti no NDC for kan me dwen ho a well, a major political party say. In fact, Ghana for politicians, they want to see more actions against Nipa Omanfa public money no Anfa Pankwaso. They want more action on both sides. They want to see NPP people, NDC people questioned over sa a reports pie wo hoi now a politician na emraso mu na political party be can say a persecution then you the political party no you've lost touch with the people of this country now say at too forcing say yeah, the mere fact say they could aba obeko court until we say 11 it is an don't mean by China General 11. How is that possible? It doesn't make sense. Now, so Akosua candidate ding say in the crowd Commonwealth. More NDC. The immediate finance foreign minister Akosua J. Yes, so Akoto more said the immediate foreign minister of Ghana. Muso Akoto emo. Intianu ziadini ko obi anko Commonwealth. Mo dey assembly called me kowie baby kowie minim what the judgment was. But they took him to court. Obi anka say nti e Commonwealth. Na because be there. Nti when so we are side na politician say me wo he ne simako time me ye minister me ko dis kabia. Now be so anka say oh adam a officer who say make kasama bantina babachi. That's what I would say. Nti omunjai omumpe bibi papa na enem sempi wo ene Ukraine ya ba ya hwese ne bed implications e de beba so nsusu anso e beba for Ghana hwese ne be ye no e aseme hia Ghana for economy the campaign e be fa so say levels enye levels say definitely be say san never done no. These are issues that now at this time now we say matama ban call my petition to Commonwealth Secretariat Assembly was a rule of law near Juma. I didn't hear prosecution in Crophobic court. It is the if be oxymoron. See, I do be court. Now, what's the law near Juma? Because somebody has been taken to court. It's a contradiction in terms. Say a deal be court now, see a nuntin mrani in Yajuma. Or no who is a wedi bonny. Also, who say undi bonny. How do you resolve it? Court. But before you appeal, you can go through all the levels from district, magistrate, high court appeal. That's how it's designed. The reason why it's designed is even judges are not infallible. But beyond the court system, what else do you have? And now, when you were in government, you took people to court, the same court. Until the courts cannot be a good court, and suddenly the courts are bad when you are out of government. It doesn't make sense. You took people to court. You took former foreign ministers to court. Nobody said anything about the courts. You went through the process. Until Freya Bemuna, the same court, now if it was a court in here. Now wait to see a court. Come on, which is a Muniajuma be I NDC. Muniajuma. Mumpejuma Papa being here. Nti Makai A. Kojon Pieni. He was the previous Minister for Presidential Affairs and the Chief of Staff.
Yeah.
I'm not an court. I'm the court. Obian can say persecution and has a human rights.
No, nipa who ni sesia eye nana ankomia wono ene ye penipa woda STC ano ene wodi sansemi edi etudwa ye nto aso ne ye nko yinimwe Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana COPEC womo edi aba betudwa se yanhwe yi a anse na obenim busum ye bekọ awiye no eye fuwe fango a ye tono no liter baako ebetimi akwa akodru eye 9 Ghana cedis womo esusu se sa ene beba se yanhwe yi a ne no ene ye bisa omo se adenti ena womo kasa na wochum ze say no wo hwe ye seed no odi $2 no ho a e kamia ye say dollar no edwane pa abra seed ni de woda foma wo ne nan nti seed no e kamia ye say enko bebia enye no nko wo say wo hwe dia ekoso ewo Russia ni Ukraine for intemu ya Russia for na omuma fango wiase nyina ai Ghana for so yeso ye ka ho bia sa oye ne ekoso ewo honuma ya feti sikasem wo bebi biare ebetimi ama ansa na obenimbo sin bekwa wiye no wonhwe ya na liter baako sa wukọ eye bebi eton fango yese kwa akoto bia ebekwa akwa akodru eye 9 Ghana cedis wo kiremu se beye na wotwe mienu ntempeyi na eye fango no wukọ na liter baako eye 6.4 pesos 6 cedis 40 pesos na eda nanso say no wosi na wotwi ya etimi etwemu edi free 7.99 edi akwa akodru 8.29 ewo bia yahodo bebi wo ha wokọ a say no yesi liter baako 8.99 ana 8.29 eno omo chemu se so omo ditutu ho dia ekọ yesika semne dia ekoso ewo wiase nyina wanhwe yi a ansa na obenimbo sumi ebekọ wiye no na liter baako etimi akwa akodru eye 9 Ghana cedis neno wo pani a wakasa ye executive secretary edima COPEC ni dindi Duncan Amoa no wodi sansemi wodi etudwa.
What you have now is a very wobbly currency. What rate you got yesterday, you will be lucky to get it the next day. So the cedi has depreciated quite badly over the period. Clearly, people are really struggling to get by. At old, pump prices, things are getting really heated for people. And if we continue to sit unconcerned and allow these increases to come in, week out, eventually it will get to a point where a lot of people would simply not be able to afford to live. That would probably be quite dire. And we think that authorities have been given enough solutions. We recall writing to the Finance Ministry prior to the 2022 budget reading and presentation the need to ensure that these escalations at the pumps is contained. How do you contain it? Part of the revenue you are getting as an oil-producing country, you should use some to offset the increases at the BDC level in order that the BDCs do not go to import and simply pass on the increases that they are also recording on the international market. The solutions are well known, well documented. Unfortunately, authorities seem to have just paid a deaf ear and a blind eye to all of this.
No, Nipokasa is Executive Secretary Eddie Makopek Dankanamwa, one of the Sansimi, what they Etujano. Mental and Seminary said, I mean, from Kobe, Ewan Semfu from more. Sa SIM card registration, ya, a home samba bedija, a war, my more who did day, Konya Bedin Nano, a National Communication Authority, NCA4, Edin Simbia Babetuja, Womo H, Musa Fiti, a November Busumia, Womo Eshasie, say Womo Eshe Ganafonia. Will be an sanso and koshe send a SIM card no one sanso call register biom no ebe pemune one more share yes sebusuma ye womui need that also eduasa pepe penny the registration nyina etimi aba ewieye neno and a National Communication Authority for omudi nkraba bontin essay busuma ye womui ne etwa to penny the ewie die now so imprempren no so omubu nkonta no omuhwe nipa dodo a womwetimi akwa register wo SIM na nipa maako eye 7,636,287 eno mwetime akwa register wo SIM card no na bochiremu a womo eye hwehwemu ehu ye nipa dodo a womo ebo mo homodin eleke womo Ghana card no edimazi hwehwe na womo ye se yenye ansa na mpo wakobia ya hodo a womo register SIM no wo se nipa dodo womo timi eleke womo de eye 12,861,763 eno mo leke na so emu no emu maako 7 million pe ena womo timi register womo SIM card no we ene hwehwemu a womo eye ya womo de ababetudwa na ye nyina ye nim se sa SIM registration eba ye no Ghana fododo na ekasa etiaye impanifo bi kura womo wa ban womo so ekasa etiaye mahwebedwafo womo ekasa tiaye na impania hodo dodo na ena womo kasa tie echiremu se sa de womo ye enimremu ketekete ni kankan enesem se wokọ bia ya hodo a womo etrodin ya se na manfo aboa peso ewo honuma ebi kura timi koda honum na ntuntum awi wo mo ni nyina enese yesi ye pese yesan so register yesim ni biom obi timi ko 3 days ansa na poni nsa etimi aka na eho atwoku ehu ntokwa na ehu kasa a ekosoro mu echiremu se sa ne menyina omu de tietia Ghana fo bi efa hodi som se wo beka ya enche kura ye ene ku obi kura ede ba ye ese ne se de ekoso no wo mo bu enje so enti no Ghana fo bia ma obi biara enye ko fiti anopa nonsia de kopem ewia dumie wo mu de san hyehyei ede to honum wo mu san so ye kire eka ho ka kire mpanifo ese de ekoso no wo mo bu enje so wo mu pe kwan papa so no mo fa ma ye ne fa register yesim ne san se de ekoso wo bia ya hodo a wo mo etrodin no enya de a eye nikan na no ni nyina mu no impanifo wo mwaso ante nanso inkra mu dia ba ene de echiremu se senate bi ya no edintro no anapo se SIM registration no ebekoso na ekoso warranty obi biara mbo ne homodin se wo behwe anse na bosumi bekọ ewie ne wo register wo SIM ni fefefe enye saade a wanhwe yi a wontimi eyusu bio nti prempren de nipa 7 million pe enetimi akwa register wo mo ede we efri NCA4 akachi ene wo mo de aba menjina wo mo ensem iso na no pay kasia me de bre wo sa no pa no nsia kase e wo XTV so no me fa ni nyina mfensi asda kase confirm sa bre dom nyina wonya adaje ne bre na wo hwe XTV anopa no nsia kase asda kase enkoma me cameraman DJYX abone homodin papa sanso na Bismarck wono ene twa me editu mo hweye se bibia ebeye kama wona obom homodin eboa ye etro nsem nyina eye faith fafali heti boss lady ni boss wo mo nyina time chia enanope metimidi kase ebrewo me amekin kan de ma wonso Obaapa Mavis Akosua Atteh me da se e ma omo enehwe